We are group from CS143 and will be present the subject of fundamental of research, and our research title is Cybersecurity Behaviour among students of public university in Malaysia. My name is Hadfina and I will start presenting about the overview. So this is our overview in our presentation. Firstly, I will start presenting about the introduction. Then my friend will talk about the problem statement of this research and the objectives, hypothesis, methodology, and what type of implementation that we use in our research. And then we will talk deeply about the analysis and findings that we found from our research. And lastly, we will give the conclusion and some recommendations. For the introduction part, I will talk about the background of study that we refer to do our research. According to Gonzalez-Monzano in 2019, it says that cybersecurity covers the internet, company networks, and the system. Cybercrimes, cyber attacks, and cyber terrorism are the three main types of cyber threats. Therefore, malware, phishing, social engineering, SQL injection are the man-the-middle attacks, and distributed denial of service assaults are the sources of these dangers. Additionally, the concept of cybersecurity includes intentional attempts to damage or take down critical systems or networks caused by media. Thus, cybersecurity risks and assaults can have an impact on a variety of sectors, including of healthcare, manufacturing, financial services, agency of government, and education. Therefore, encouraging cybersecurity behavior is crucial to shielding business and people from security caused by treachery. That's why we wanted to know the level of cybersecurity among students of public university in Malaysia.
Problem statement for this research. The first one is, based on previous study, the main issue was that university students in Malaysia are not aware of the risks associated with internet use and cybersecurity issues. The second one is, the study found that while university students had a high level of awareness of some cybersecurity components, they lacked the necessary information regarding cybersec and self-protections. The third one is, according to Malaysian Mail, as 53% of Malaysians are unable to tell the difference between fact and fiction. This means public awareness about cybersecurity becomes more crucial among students in the university.
From the problem statement, we have come out with two objectives question. For the first objective is to determine the level of behavior on cybersecurity among students of public university in Malaysia. So for the first objective, our research question is, what is the level of behavior on cybersecurity among students of public university in Malaysia? Second objective is to identify, is there any significant differences between public university and level of behavior on cybersecurity? Therefore, the research question is, are the total scores among students different between public university in Malaysia? So the hypothesis in our research is we want to know if there is significant difference between the total scope of cybersecurity and public university in Malaysia.
Methodology in this research. In this study, the target population is all students at public university from UiTM Perak branch, UMS, USM and UPM. The sample size of 278 is determined by sample size calculator with 95% confidence interval. In order to collect the data, the sample size for UiTM Perak is 22 students, University Malaysia Sabah 66 students, University Science Malaysia 120 students, and University Putra Malaysia 70 students. And 292 students will be the total respondents to collect the data in order to achieve the objective after aiding with 5% missing data. Next, we move to research design. This study used quantitative research design where it involved descriptive and inferential statistics to gain the result based on the objective. A representative sample of students from various public university students in Malaysia is chosen at random. This means that the student population is diversely represented. A structured questionnaire will be prepared and delivered to collect quantitative data during the quantitative phase. Items on cybersecurity behavior are included in the questionnaire. It will evaluate aspects such as malware, password usage, phishing, and online scam. Throughout the study, ethical issues will take precedence. The findings will be summarized and presented in an easy-to-understand format.
Hi, my name is MAZLIYANA binti MUSTAFA. I will present the implementation and the result of this study. First, we have sampling design. We are using stratified sampling technique since the population is too large. And our target population is from 4 public universities, which is UiTM Perak Branch, USM, UMS, and UPM. Next, for data collection method, there are questionnaire that consists of various aspects of cybersecurity behaviors, including knowledge, attitudes, and practices. And then we are using Google Form to distribute the questionnaire. For data preparation, we are using SPSS to analyze our result. We continue with the result of this study. First, descriptive statistic. Since we have total students 292, 152 is male and the rest is female. Most of the students are from USM, 122 students. And then, as we can see, the highest mean is total online scam issues, 9.4 mean. So we can conclude that all students are expert for knowledge online scam issues. The inferential statistic is to test the relationship between genders and level of behaviors on cybersecurity. Based on table 4.3, one-way ANOVA were applied. It was found that total scores of cybercrime are significantly different since the p-value are lower than 0.05. So as we can see, for total malware, the highest mean is from USM. Total password usage, the highest mean is from UMS 8.47 with 1.28 standard deviation. For total phishing issues, the highest mean is from UMS 9.05. For total online scams, the highest mean is from USM 9.75. Okay, in the next, for the inferential statistic, we're using post-hoc analysis through Games-Hall method. This is because the equality of variance were not assumed in conducting one-way ANOVA. So first, based on the comparison for the total score of malware, there were no significant difference on the mean total malware between UMS and USM, and between UMS and UITM, since the p-value was more than 0.05, while the rest has significant difference. Next, for the mean total score password usage, there was a significant difference only on mean total password usage between UMS and USM. This is because the p-value was less than 0.05, while the rest of pairs have no significant difference. Next, as you can see, for the comparison from phishing issues, there were a significant difference on mean total phishing issues between pairs of UMS and USM, UPM and USM, while the rest of pairs have no significant difference. Last but not least, for comparison from online scams, there were a significant difference on mean total online scams between pairs of UPM and USM, USM and UITM, while the rest of pairs have no significant difference. That's all from me. From the table 4.5 above, the Pearson's correlation was performed on 292 respondents. All the assumptions were checked. Based on the result, there are good correlation between three pairs, which are password usage and phishing issues, password usage and online scam issues, and then phishing issues and online scam issues. Since the coefficient was between 0.51 and 0.75. Meanwhile, the rest of the pairs indicates of poor correlation since the Pearson correlation were less than 0.25.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Izazi Hadfina binti SHATAR, and today I will present about conclusion. So before we end our presentation, the study's focus is on cybersecurity behaviors among students at Malaysian public universities. According to its research findings, UITM, UMS, USM, and UPM were the four universities that made their selection. There were 292 students in total from around the campus that participated in the research survey through Google Form. According to this report, cybersecurity consists of four important aspects: malware, password usage, phishing issues, and online scam problems. According to descriptive statistic, it can be concluded that students' cybersecurity behavior is satisfactory, with online scams having the highest mean score, followed by phishing problem, password usage, and malware. In other words, students' knowledge of cybersecurity is on the average level. Overall, based on the study's main objective, the ANOVA analysis majority finding indicates that there was no statistically significant difference between total scores and public universities. The majority result also demonstrate that there was a strong association between cybersecurity pairs. Despite the fact that online crimes are increasing annually, students must always use caution and be informed on cybercrime prevention. Students, as well as everyone else who uses the internet, still need to raise their awareness of cybersecurity in order to prevent being a victim in the online world. Simply said, public university students have a fair degree of awareness regarding cybersecurity. Lastly, for our recommendation, despite the analysis finding, the study still has a lot of weakness in its research methodology. Due to the huge number of responses, future research could examine how to choose an appropriate demographic sample. Additionally, use the right and a deeper analysis to see more precise results among the study's factor. That's all from us. Thank you.